is Good Morning San Diego.
The growing development of artificial intelligence is igniting discussions of how AI might replace humans in a variety of industries, including education. And that prompted former San Diego County Board of Education member Mark Powell to write an op-ed on the issue. He joins us now. Sir, thank you for all the pastries you brought in, or all the
you're welcome. My
bagels.
pleasure.
People should know you're also you're a former educator as well.
Yeah,
so
former classroom teacher
and principal. So you've spent some time on the front lines.
Right.
So you speak of. So tell us about the op-ed. Where can people read it, and what prompted you to write it?
Well, it's in the Times of San Diego, and I was reading some articles on the Department of Education was worried that artificial intelligence is going to be used to spy on them in the classroom. And I thought to myself, that should be the least of their worries, because artificial intelligence has the capability now to replace teachers in the classroom, and at the rapid pace it's working, that's probably going to happen in the not too distant future.
How would that work? Rosie the robot's going to be at the top of the class and going to be going back and forth to the chalkboard? I mean, or is it going to be more subtle than that?
Well, the way artificial intelligence is ramping up, it's able to identify student needs just based upon the student's input. So let's say you have a kid that's struggling in math, and they're in a regular classroom, and they go, "Teacher, I don't understand how you worded that question." Well, the teacher may have one or two ways to reword the question. Artificial intelligence will continue to ask that question in different ways to meet that student's particular learning style.
Yeah, but like teachers have to keep everyone engaged. They have to conduct, they have to keep control. Can a robot do those things that a human is currently doing?
I can tell you what robots are doing now and what happened in the past. So at a grocery store now, you have one cashier and handling 7 registers. Mail sorters. Remember, we used to have mail sorters? Now computers are doing that. So computers can learn now. This intelligence can learn how to teach a kid specific to that kid's style. It can write the test for the kids. It can grade the test much faster than a teacher can.
Okay, but those robots at the grocery store aren't breaking up customers that are squabbling or having behavioral issues.
No.
I mean, that to me is how do you deal with that?
I don't think artificial intelligence is going to replace all teachers, but it can replace a segment of the teachers. So when you look at, let's say, San Diego Unified spends $1.8 billion educating our kids this year, and 81% of African Americans aren't meeting standards in math, 76% of Latino students aren't meeting standards in math. An AI alternative may be something that parents will look at and say, you know what, if the schools aren't doing this, maybe artificial intelligence can do it. And there's private companies that are looking at ramping this up and getting it working.
Well, yeah, especially in light of the recent 15% bump in pay over the next 2 years.
Yeah.
How do you get a raise in pay when you have such performance numbers like this? I mean, now listen, I'm not going to lay it all in the teacher's hands.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of reasons why. But the test results are way, way, way down, especially here in California.
Well, I don't think that not only the school districts, a lot of industries, I don't think that they fully understand how fast artificial intelligence is ramping up. And you've been to Disneyland, and you remember in the Haunted Mansion,
Sure.
You see those holograms of their dancing. In the future, you might even just have a hologram in your house teaching you, without having a classroom teacher. And this is the reality of the way education.
Yeah, but the teachers union is so powerful, Mark. I mean, they're never going to let that happen. I mean,
I don't think the teachers unions are going to be able to control this, because this is going to be the private sector that's taking this over. The private sector, as always, will see an opportunity. Will see an opportunity to get funds, and they will start it. And they're doing it in all sorts of industries. I think you're going to run something on how artificial intelligence is going to be used to help detect cancer. It's being used in all sorts of situations. I mean, it's replacing a lot of people, even replacing it's not going to replace you, though, because you're irreplaceable.
Yeah, I wish more people thought that. But I still go back to the same thing. Classrooms, for the best learning environment, in my perspective, have to be controlled. You can't have kids misbehaving. To me, a machine will have a more difficult time functioning that, whereas a human can say, "Hey, Susie, stop passing the note to Henry."
I agree with you, but if you look at what happened in the pandemic, kids went to remote learning. A lot of kids opted opted to stay in remote learning. They would rather be in their house learning that way. So there's going to be a segment of the population that is going to embrace artificial intelligence.
Well, it'll certainly get politics and whatnot out of the curriculum.
No, it'll get, yeah, if you don't want your kid to be indoctrinated in all sorts of different things, you may also want to pull your kids out. And a lot of parents are opting to homeschool their kids. Artificial intelligence will just augment the way parents can educate their students.
All right, so we're seeing this kind of pick up speed just in the last 6 months. What's a timeline on something like this?
I'm going to predict 2 to 5 years.
That we'll see.
You're going to see artificial intelligence really ramping up in all sorts of industries. And a warning to the school districts, they better embrace artificial intelligence. Don't look at it as something that's going to spy on them. They better start getting the message that this is something that's happening.
You know, that could have political implications if the teacher unions de-emphasize. Suddenly,
I think it already does.
All right, Mark, we appreciate your time. We appreciate the bagels, and we look forward to your next.
Thank you for having me.